Now, the story is about my mother, who was a very frugal person. Everything I needed to learn about frugality, I learned from my mother. When I was a boy, she made me a coat. It was a beautiful coat, and I loved to wear that coat all the time. I would wear it every day. And I wore it, and finally someone looked at it. I got older, the coat got older. Somebody looked at that coat and said, "That coat is frazzled and worn. It's unsightly and torn. It's time to throw it away." But I said, "My mom can fix it." So I took it to my mother, and she held up that coat, and she looked at it and turned it, and she took out her scissors. She said, She went snip, snap, and she went back and forth with her needle, and she said, "There's just enough material left here to make a nice jacket." And so she made me a jacket, and it was a wonderful jacket, and I wore it all the time. Even in the summertime when I was hot, I loved to wear that jacket. And I wore it until I got older, and the jacket got older, and somebody looked and said, "Richard, that jacket is shrunken and small. It doesn't fit you at all. You should throw it away." I said, "My mom can fix it." So I took it to my mom. She held up the jacket. She looked at it this way and that. She said, as her scissors went snip, snap, and her needle went in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a nice vest." And so she made me a vest. And I put on that vest, and I wore it every day to school. And then people thought it was kind of silly. He's always wearing the same vest, but I was so proud of that vest. Until finally one day, as I got older and the vest got older, somebody looked at it and said, "Richard, that vest has a spot of glue, and it has some paint on it, too. You should throw it away." "My mom can fix it," I said. So I took the vest, and she picked it up and looked at it this way and that, and she said, And with her scissors, she went snip, snap, and with the needle, she went in and out. "I think there's just enough material here to make a tie." And so she made me a wonderful tie. And I don't know if you can picture me wearing a tie every day to high school, but I wore that tie a lot. All the time I wore that tie. Until finally, as I got older and the tie got older, someone looked at the tie and said, "Richard, there's a stain of soup there. It makes the end of your tie droop." "My mom can fix it." So I took it to Mom, and she held it up, and her scissors went snip, snap. She said, as her needle went in and out and in and out. "There's just enough material here to make a button." And so she made a great, wonderful button, multicolored button, and fastened it to my favorite shirt, and then I wore that shirt all the time. Until one day, my mom looked at me and said, "Where's the button?" And I looked down. The button is gone. I lost the button. "Oh no." And my mom said, "I can't make something out of nothing." And I said, "But we have. We have just enough material here to make a story. And now I can give it to you." Well, that's not actually about my mother. It's an old Yiddish folktale. But it could have been about my mother, because she could do all of those things. And she did most of those things. Happy Mother's Day.